They could potentially, if
10
they don't want to
seconds
go
remaining.
all in, they could put the Prophet as a 5 and pick a carry that can
5
actually deal with the
seconds
Timber Saw.
remaining.
But I don't think that's the Neon style.
Radiant
Like
team
they're
ban.
a pretty stubborn team.
Well, what are they looking for with their last pick then? Do we think it's a 5? So 5 or 1 here flex, yeah?
Yeah, if it's a 5, I would like Undying quite a lot. Lanes well against Timber. The Tombstone is very strong this game. They don't have anyone to deal with it
10
just yet.
seconds remaining.
If it's a carry,
5 seconds remaining.
Monkey King is not that great. Morphling is pretty good. But then you have a Morphling Prophet lane. Like this Prophet, if you pick it this early, you're kind of locking yourself in. And like a 5 Prophet against a Timber Saw, like how are you going to feel about that? It's just pretty bad. Not much you can do about it. But I do think Undying would be a good option just to sort of mitigate the damage Timber Saw can cause and help you win the team fights. Because Supernova plus Tombstone, there's no way.
Yeah, and it gives them some of their own kind of control in a team fight as well. You drop that Tombstone, you can rally around it, and there's going to be a decent amount of sustain too from Neon.
Yeah, sorry I was being a pepek. Obviously, Phoenix is on Galaxy side. But you do need a team fight ability, actually, because right now you have nothing. And a Tombstone could really be what causes Galaxies like a lot of problems, right? Like, who's going to hit the Tombstone? Leshrac?
I guess the nice thing is that they have this overall last pick here for Galaxy Racer, so we're still looking for In Your Dreams hero. You know, we can play the Leshrac potentially if he wants to, but there are any carry matchups at the moment that kind of stand out for Galaxy Racer?
I think they just want to have a carry that doesn't get overrun early, that can like contribute a little bit. Honestly, like, Medusa looks really good. They don't have good damage against Medusa at all. If you scale into the mid late game with that hero, it's gonna be very tough to overcome. And Neon, they really have a lot of problems to answer in this draft now. Are they gonna go for that Undying? I think it's the best option they have, probably. Unless they really want to put the Prophet 5. And if you go Undying, though,
10 seconds remaining.
then what carries does that open up?
Enchantress.
They're going for Enchantress, actually. So a similar concept where you just want to try to focus on winning the lane against the Timber Saw, but your team fight is going to be a lot weaker now.
I guess, yeah, I'm trying to see what the Enchantress can provide you after the team fight as well. It does give you at least a way to group up that much easier. Like Enchantress is someone that enables you to not rely on catapults, which they already kind of didn't have with the Nature's Prophet and the DK, but this is a lineup where Neon really need to ball up. So for Galaxy Racer, they're looking for one that can at least kind of offset that and still get active early in this game.
Yeah, I would really like a Medusa or something that can just fight early. Like you have like this level 10 Medusa with Stone Gauge, she's going to be very strong in those team fights. The lane is going to be quite strong against Dragon Knight. Maybe a Gyrocopter, like he fulfills a similar role. I think Gyro could be quite good here as well.
Are you a bit squishy though? Because you've got a Lesh Lion Phoenix and Timber can only sit in the front.
Oh,
You may now select
Oh.
your heroes.
So it is the carry Leshrac that we spoke about at the beginning. I mean, Meepo is good. It's good. They have no answers to it. Not right away, at least. Like, they need items. If the Dragon Knight, of course, the Prophet and Ember, they can get items, this Meepo is going to feel pretty underwhelming. But his early mid-game should be very free. And if you can get a fast Aegis timing... Wait.
What's going on?
I'm just looking at the tournament rules. Top 4 teams advance to playoffs. Okay, and they have 3 more games after this. No, there's 6-1. I'm just trying to see if they are somewhat locked in already for the top. Probably not, right?
Yeah, it's a bit difficult because there's a couple of teams that have only played one series. I mean, Fnatic have only played one, Execration, Army Geniuses. This is OB.Neon second. Motivated have only played 2. So yeah, Galaxy Racer out of everyone, they've played a lot of series so far.
Wow, T1 is 0-4. I just checked. Okay.
Yeah.
What the hell? I thought they're like the creme de la creme. They got handled, huh?
Yeah, they're relaxing a little bit. They're relaxing a little bit,
Galaxy
Black.
handled them and Trust handled them as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what are you trying to say? They're top 3. Yeah, they're going to TI. Are you roasting them right now?
Oh yeah, you can be comfortable, you know. Like in fact, most of the best players in a lot of esports, you know what happens to them, right?
They get old. What happened?
No, they gain a lot of weight because they get very comfortable with life, you know. This is what's happening with T1 right now. They're getting very comfortable. They made it to TI. They won. What was it? ESL? They won.
Yep.
Yeah, they won that ESL tournament. They're cruising right now, man. They still have over 2 months to go.
And I wonder if the motivation, how high it is at the moment as well. I know, internationals around the corner, but no patch. That feels like they're probably already really figured it out. I wonder how much they're really trying in something like this.
I think a lot of people are really motivated, but that is in conjunction with having a new patch. Like as soon as the patch hits, people are gonna play like 20 games a day.
Oh yeah.
But just this patch for like, how do I say this? They don't really have much to play for, you know?
Yep.
Like they already qualified for TA, they won that really prestigious LAN. And how much does tryharding help you now in this patch? Because it's pretty likely there's gonna be a patch, right?
Yeah,
If there's no patch, then they're gonna be biting themselves in the ass though.
There has to be a patch. I cannot imagine we're gonna go into TI without a patch.
Well, we have no information. It might happen. Like crazier things happen before in Dota, man.
Or how crazy would it be if they just patch it like a week before TI? Just absolutely screw over the teams.
What's definitely gonna happen is there will be a balance patch, 100%. But will there be like a really big patch where you like change the terrain and everything? That is a big question mark.
It does feel like, because now with all these third-party tournaments coming up, of course the Pro Series, we've got ESL coming up shortly, so I wonder when they're going to think about fitting it in. I know they've never really cared too much about the timing around these third-party tournaments. ESL, if they do it before, maybe they do it after, which still probably gives teams about a month and a half to work towards with a new meta, a new patch to play with.
Yeah. I mean, we don't know when a patch is coming. We don't know if a patch is coming. We can just speculate.
Yeah.
30
I think
seconds
a lot of the teams, a lot of the players will be hoping for. I mean, always around TI as well, the new metas get invented. I mean, with a long tournament like that, we've always seen like best of fives have their own meta, but of course, it's still going to be a little offshoot of the meta that we've seen so far, throughout the major, throughout the qualifiers, and for a hefty amount of months now. As we get into the second game, we'll see if there will be another contestant around with the bounties a minute. Meepo level 1, not the strongest hero. How do you feel about the Meepo at the moment in Dota? Like, this is a hero that, even if you pick it in 24th, do you feel like he's still comfortable to win a game?
I am a big fan of Meepo. I actually spammed him quite a bit.
Oh, you're one of those.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know
course,
where to
dude.
put you now on the
Dude,
ladder.
I'm
One
a
of those
dirty
people.
guy, man.
Yeah.
Like, I play Tinker, I play Meepo, I play Anti-Mage. I'm one of those dudes, man.
Wait, you put anti-mage in the Meepo and Tinker category? I don't know if I would.
I mean, there was a patch where it was a pretty dirty hero. Probably not anymore. Like, now it's more considered an auto loss, but back then it was pretty potent.
That hero has been a bit rough for a while. So yeah, how we feel about the Meepo? You reckon it's maybe a little bit slept on?
It's tough to pick and play around. Like, the hero has this really crazy power spike once you get like your first 2 Dragonlances out, where you can just completely take over the map. But if somehow they can weather the storm or withstand that timing, then they will have a lot of tools of killing him, like Ember with his Maelstrom, potentially the Nature's Prophet with his. Like, there's just a lot of AoE damage slash lockdown, especially in these latest drafts, that Meepo is really afraid of. But this game, they don't have a whole lot until they get items. Like, they're all single target. They have 1 Starstorm, 1 Breath of Fire, a Prophet ult, and a Slaughter Fist. That's it.
Yeah, so it feels like they kind of have to itemize for the Meepo here more than anything right now. And even though, you know, we're probably seeing Shanks, he's already got that urn queued up into possibly the Spirit Vessel to help deal with the Timber Saw. So we'll see how they're able to itemize to help out in this game. Top though with a double stun for the Leshrac and the Lion. They're putting a lot of pressure onto Enryu's Dragonite. If he can ring around the rosy, but I mean, that's all he can really hope for now. Shanks, level 1 Mirana's not really going to do too much for the lane, so In Your Dream picks up first blood, and this is another rough start for Enryu.
Yeah, it's very important that his Dragonite gets off to a good start here, because he's the sole initiation they have. They have an arrow, that's it. Like, if he doesn't get a Blink Dagger relatively quickly, it's going to be very tough for them to play the game.
It does feel nice, at least kind of in the early game, having like a value point in the Searing Chains for Yopaj if they, you know, when they get active, you know, because that did get buffed up a while ago, where we see it's a nice combo with the Mirana. So I guess if they're looking for those pickoffs, then you can kind of play around that. But yeah, Enryu is what they're really relying on if he struggles in this blink.
Yeah, and that first buff for Lash is a good golden fusion, but Dragonite, once he reaches level 2 Dragon Blood, he is gonna be very comfortable in this lane as well. Oh, the Meepo clone is actually stealing the bounty rune. Okay, okay. Little bit of a, you know, everybody hates Meepo.
Just make
Has to make sure his reputation is upheld.
Just steal the top In Your Dream, okay. That's a big kill. Shanks will find it. Enryu. It's an influx of experience as well. Now he's up to level 3. This lane's going to get shoved in though, so Les should be able to come back and claim all the experience in the meantime. And you've also seen the emphasis that Radiant have put as well in the jungle. They've already blocked up one of the hard camps here for the Meepo, and they've already placed down an Observe Ward as well. So they're going to make sure they keep tabs of Alacrity this game.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a Meepo game, it's a Meepo game. You definitely have to keep him in check, because you can just snowball way too hard otherwise. Are they stacking for him? Just one hard camp so far.
How do we feel?
I want to see if it goes into the net, or if it just goes max poof.
What's your fan when you kind of play the Meepo? Is it a little bit different from majority of games, or does it kind of have the one set skill build?
This game, probably he just wants to focus on farming, because they have to, like, the supports can't really rotate. Like, a Phoenix rotation won't really do much in Ember Spirit, so yeah, he went to the max poof, just prioritize your own game. I liked it quite a bit, because he is the big winning condition they have.
What's the timing then that we're looking for Alacrity on this game? Because it is definitely a bit worrisome that you're looking across the board to see the heroes that Neon have, and they're all heroes that can come online very early and take objectives. As we might see them get a freebie here. Now Genuel's in trouble though. He splits away to the backup of his team, but he will still fall from the last poof on Alacrity. They're even going to TP in Yokam just in case this gets a little bit too out of hand. Yeah, he's got to be careful here. Yopaj, I mean, he's got a lot of points in the Flame Guard, so it's eating a majority of the damage. But Alacrity finds a double, and you don't want to give this Meepo a good start, because he can get out of control in a game like this.
Yeah. So the scary part about Meepo, what most people don't really take into account, is Meepo has some of the craziest starting stats in the game. Like, he has 11 armor right now, 375 movement speed. Like, this guy is really strong early on, and just invading his jungle like that is not easy. And to get punished for it straight away.
Yeah, I mean, you take a look at the net worth. I mean, he's about 3,000 at the moment compared to CTM's 2,400. So he is sitting, you know, very, very high and mighty up top. And you know, maybe we could see some more rotations come through once CTM looks to get active. I mean, he's got that level 6, so Wrath of Nature. We've always seen Neon with this position 1 get very active early on, but now it's a question of, you know, if you can do it versus the Meepo.
Pull roots and run.
Yeah, one Prophet could potentially take more than half health off this Leshrac, so I think they want to probably get aggressive on the top lane soon. And the 2 supports are trying very hard right now to stop the Meepo, but I feel like they're not really succeeding with it at all.
mean, see that.
Dire's structures
I mean,
are
sticking around
fortified.
Yopaj here, so this time we'll see if Yopaj goes for a kill instead of taking the T1 tower, and it might backfire there from what we saw in game 1, but similar rotations. Galaxy Racer, they recognize the importance of keeping this early tower alive. They really need to enable the Alacrity Meepo, and now CTM's going to get active. A TP in the backline with the last right click, but the dodge is going to come through with a high ground miss, and now CTM, oh, he's in a peculiar position as he'll get brought down here. Who gets the right click is the question, as Yokan will be able to take that. Everyone coming to the middle lane, even the off laners as well, as Enryu charges up the ultimate. The arrow is going to fly, but Alacrity, he puts his body on the line to protect In Your Dream. Now you got to be careful, because Mizu with the chakram is ripping them apart here, just tearing them limb from limb.
I haven't seen a 4-man Chakram in like forever, and I haven't seen the 10 heroes middle at minute 7 in forever as well. But this is favoring Galaxy again. Like, they're using a lot of resources and time, not getting a whole lot out of it just yet.
Is under attack.
See if they can still... I mean, Alacrity level 7, that damage max out poof, you got to keep it in mind. Now with the control, the setup, Sunray, early level pickup here, it's only 1, but the burn along with the pure damage from Mizu will bring down Yopaj's Ember. Polo even keeps his life, so Galaxy Racer, this tier 1 defense is going incredibly well for them.
Yeah, they just don't have damage for the early Dragonlance Meepo. We spoke about the timing, sitting at 1200 health. And Jokan does die though. A little bit greedy on the rune there. The bane of many support players. I'm gonna take the rune, guys! I'm dead.
Yeah, they've done their job though. That's Elder Dragon form wasted, and Ryu back to farming, CTM back to farming. That is often such a big timing on the Nature's Prophet. Ultimate picked up, high amount of bursts, a +1 potential to TP in the backline, get a kill, get a tower, and now all of a sudden, Mizu level 7, you know, is able to have max out reactive armor. He can just put his body on the front line. He might be in a bit of a tricky scenario as Mizu. Yep, he will fall. Neon, they got the damage in the tank to bring him down, and now kind of that guardian for the tier 1 mid. We'll see this tower end up dropping.
Radiant's bottom tower
the Guardian
is
has
under
fallen,
attack. Dire's
and
middle
so
tower
too
is under attack.
did the hope of keeping the tower alive. That's gone. Are they gonna be able to
Dire's
keep
middle
bottom tower
tower
alive though,
has
is the real
fallen.
question. They used the glyph already, this is level 3 edict,
Tower is under attack.
probably gone. They're making a rotation though,
Dire are scanning.
and it's smoke. They should know about the Stone Galaxy. Like, there's no other move for them really. Are they gonna get out?
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
They're
Okay.
smoking themselves.
Wow.
Dire's top
Well,
tower
pops
is
instantly.
under attack.
See,
No,
in your dream, yeah,
you
he's a
gotta
bit
run
worried.
You gotta run there. Run.
Okay. Oh, Ravage. No, he's still dead.
Gates swing
Yeah.
wide.
I mean, the support took the kill, or rather, took the arrow to the knee for him.
Radiant are scanning.
Very important. Because his top tower, like if Neon rotated top,
Radiant's
the
middle
top tower would have
tower
been
is under
gone.
attack.
Now that they rotated bottom, that's a lot of time wasted, quote unquote, for killing a lion. Not really worth it.
Yeah, it definitely feels like it's very much favored when you smoke, get a pick off into a tower, and with the lineup that Neon have, you need objectives because you need to really limit the amount of farm that Galaxy Racer can get on this Meepo early. And smoking bot, it was going to take you too long to protect that tower. Like you said, Glyph was already on cooldown, 3 points edict. It can rip through the objective. So now it's just a little bit more time wasted. You know, Galaxy Racer closing in on these 6s. So that's going to be pretty big for Polo-san in the team fights that we're seeing at the moment. Finger of Death picked up as well from
Dire's top
Yokan.
tower is under attack.
Yeah, and
Dire's
that's the double
structures are
Dragonlance completed on
fortified.
Meepo already. He is off to an amazing start. And the scary part is Lash is not even that far behind.
Dire's top tower
The
is
big
under
chunky
attack.
boy as well. But yeah, like once Meepo hits this 11, level 2 ult timing. Also, for some reason, they gave him a 20 base damage increase talent at level 10. So all of his
Dire's
clones
top
are gonna be
tower
dealing a
has fallen.
ton more damage as well. Once he hits 11, this is really where you see Meepo
The seeds
No,
of fortune.
start takeover
the
games.
boon of haste.
We're going to try and start to see Neon take over Galaxy Racer's top side of the map here. So got an Ember for Yopaj.
Be ensnared in
So
fire.
haste it up. trying to dive deep onto the tier 2 tower, but a TP from Yokem kind of prevents the unknown. Who have they seen, though? It is In Your Dreams less, so they haven't been able to really pull the trigger. I mean, yes, OB.Neon have a very minimal net worth lead, but do you feel like they're happy with the status quo of this game at the moment?
It really depends on how the first, or rather next team fight goes. Like if Meepo just kills like 4 heroes and doesn't die, then his Roche timing might be too strong. But if they manage to pick off the Meepo once or twice, and they transition into this late game, like late game, Galaxy Racer has no chance. If they get there on an advantage, of course. Arrow, ooh, hits the creep.
See, it's going to take them a while as well to build this Spirit Vessel on Shanks' Mirana. I mean, he still needs the Vit booster. He needs that Spirit Vessel as well. So, yeah, 2k gold all up is required. It's about 1700 behind. So, it's really going to limit the way they can deal with this Timbersaw.
I thought they were going to go for the Vessel on the Ember, but I guess because they saw the Meepo, he does have to go into the faster Maelstrom. Meepo 11 online now. That's a triple Meepo up. And his timing is going to be that Blink Dagger that is queued up next. Like, whoever he jumps on, he is going to melt.
Radiant's middle
Yeah, there's
tower
no way
is
they're
under
able to survive
attack.
through all this burst potential that they've got. Oh,
they
Yokem,
caught
great
Punch.
stun. Is the damage going to be there with the Hex Fall? They've also got the Split Earth and the damage. Yes, it is. Yokem will drop the finger, tickles down the Ember, and well, that is a big kill to find, as now they can even chase forth more. Januel still only level 5, 13 minutes into the game. They can just rely on this Lightning Storm. They're even going to drop the Supernova. And they're like, let's just commit the egg, make sure we get the Enchantress kill. Why not? Do you feel like this might now give, though, Neon a bit of a window, knowing the egg's on cooldown?
Yeah, the egg is a bit ability, but the map is super pushed in. Like, all the lanes are just pushing into them right now, except the bot lane. But they're smoking up straight away. Blink Dagger on Dragon Knight.
Who can they
Goodbye,
find?
Paulson.
Mizu just has to watch his support end up getting bursted down here. That is the reveal of the blink here from Enryu. This is something that we tried to see them prioritize last game with the Sand King. Mizu, he's got the hood. Great timing of the Dragon Tail. Arrow's about to come up shortly. See if they can find the connection. Oh, he doesn't make it on the high ground. Now CTM's going to get involved as well, but the Chains sets up for the Arrow. And that is a big kill to find. Neon getting a couple freebies, and this is similar the timing to what we saw in game 1 here, where Galaxy Racer just kind of gave away a couple of early kills that was really unnecessary. And now top as well. Yokem, oh, so close. He almost made it. The timing just wasn't enough as Yokem. Well, that's going to be the 3rd death in about a span of 2 minutes here for Galaxy Racer.
Yeah, sorry, the math doesn't check out there. 2.5 seconds is not enough to TP out. Because as we all know, TPs are 3 seconds long. A little bit of a... Maybe he forgets to stun me if I hex him now.
He's controlled his mind. That's what... Didn't you know that's what the Hex does? It just... The mind control lasts a little bit longer.
But that's only if you don't have a cosmetic. Because fish... You know, a fish is very smart actually.
Oh, I heard goldfishes aren't too smart.
Well, Magikarp is smart though. Look at how the fish looks like.
Shadows.
Like a Magikarp to me.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Mizu
under
might
attack.
be looking dead as well. Again,
Nah,
there's...
he's fine. He's a boss.
He's a boss, but
He needs his stacks up though. Like he got caught without stacks. That's why he died there just now. And he has no stacks again.
Radiant
Be a little
are
careful.
scanning.
There's a lot of space for the Lash as well as the Meepo though. Is the Meepo smoked up? He is.
go time.
Line as well. Yeah.
He's got that blink on the main Meepo, which is sitting up behind Mizu. The secondary Meepo, along with In Your Dream. They got a catapult wave here from Galaxy Racer. Let's see if they want to try and control the bot side of the map, and it actually looks like they do as they drop an Observer Ward, but they're going to be careful because Radiant, they're smoked up themselves. CTM, Maelstrom completed, and In Your Dream is just going to run into the brunt force of Neon's lineup here, and he's got no backup. So again, another freebie going the way of the Radiant lineup.
I don't think he expected this sort of rotation at all. He looked very surprised from his movement as well. It's an Invis Lion though, potentially get a kill with this. And Neon is doing good damage control so far. Like, they haven't really fallen prey to the Meepo timing yet. But it can all change in a second. It's always like that with Meepo. You either win in a second or you lose in a second. It's a great hero concept, man.
Oh yeah.
That's why I like to pick it. You know, the game just ends. Whether you win or lose, let's go next.
Some volatility as well.
Yeah.
Maybe it gives you high stakes here to play.
Yeah, mind you though, when those BKBs come out on the Prophet as well as the Ember Spirit, this Meepo is gonna have a very tough time.
So will all of Dire. They have very much prioritized their spell damage. I mean, Timber, Lesh, there is very minimal damage that will fly out from the right clicks as Yokem, he's got the backup of Alacrity, and so I'll just blink on forward. Do they want to drop the finger? They do. So Yokem will try and charge up the stacks, but that are all the Meepos showing down bot. So you see Radiant, they're looking to progress up a little bit further on the map, playing around their high ground vision at the moment. But Enryu, he's got the pickings. Who does he want to jump though? That's the question. As you know, Polo and In Your Dream showing. Jump on the high ground with the arrow follow-up damage. Shanks, is it enough though with the stun lockdown? It is.
Prophet.
Might catch him out though. Top lane, Prophet, CTM. Should be fine with the Moonlight Shadow, although they've still got another poof. Now, meanwhile, Enryu, he's going to get brought down. Timber chained forward. Now, with the Leshrac chained up, he's still going to fall as well. So, a lot of time wasted as, I mean, Meepo was trying to commit for CTM. I mean, the poof just wasn't enough damage, unfortunately, for Alacrity. They're still hunting, though. Zero spikes there. Mizu will find a double. They're not done. Alacrity push on up forward here, still gotta be careful. The roots there controlling up the Ember and Alacrity, but it's gonna cost him his life to bring down the Ember Spirit. But where's the rebuttal from Galaxy Racer as Yokem, Mizu, along with Polo Sun, stalking their prey, but unfortunately they're a little bit too late to find the connection on the Nature's Prophet. They will catch out the Enchantress, however. They've got too much AoE damage from the Shadow Element to do anything for the Enchantress here. Genua will fall.
Yeah, you can just see the Meepo damage output, but you can also see how fast he dies. Like the Prophet plus Ember combination, double Maelstrom, he's not very tanky at all. And he went into a Ghost, so he's gonna go for the normal E-Blade build. Jokam, stunned and taken out, pretty uneventful. Mizo, nah, he has a pipe, so he should be pretty survivable. But his Meepo timing is slowly dwindling. They were supposed to be much stronger in the last fight, and the Lash as well as Timber Solid just don't really feel scary, if you know what I mean.
Is there maybe the E-Blade from Alacrity? Is that potentially able to turn it around? But then again, I mean, you said that these BKBs are going to cause massive issues.
Yeah, and E-Blade doesn't help with that. Like, he had a Hex queued up, which I thought made a lot of sense, but if you go for this build, then yeah, BKB is already up on the Prophet, and he's halfway there on the Ember Spirit, so now they're very reliant on these quick Hex initiations from Jokam.
Radiant are scanning.
Your Cam Lion has definitely been a force to reckon with since he's rejoined, or at least joined, I should say, Galaxy Racer. So, I mean, anyone online can look incredibly strong, but this player in particular, I've seen some incredible Earth spikes from him through the previous tournaments, and with a blink, that's going to further enable him. He even got the Keen Optic as well, so just extra cast range. But I'm curious, how do we feel like the Aghanim Shard and also the Blessing is for the Meepo now? Because I haven't really seen this hero too much. Is it an item that Meepos like to pick up?
The Shard potentially, but like, I don't really like the Aghanims at all because you're actually digging and you keep getting interrupted and you dig again. Like, it just feels very underwhelming. It sounds very interesting, but the numbers are a bit off.
Alacrity? They're gonna TP CTM in. Surprise as Enryu reveals out of the invis. Now with the burst, they're gonna be able to bring him down. Dire just a little bit too late, and that is a big pickoff, continuing to slow down this timing of Alacrity's Meepo. They're stalking their prey, and Ryu smoked up. Who can they catch though? Jump in forward. Polo can just drop the supernova with the sun ray. They might not have the damage at the moment. The spirit vessel's out, but CTM are TPing the backline. He'll pop the BKB. Tries to turn and deal with the egg, but they don't have the right clicks at the moment. Now after the dealt with the supports, they can bring it down with the hope of Yopaj. 3 down, and the hopes of Galaxy Racer for this fight now resulting on potentially the Timber. This is able to chain back to safety behind the T2 tower, but it's not far enough as Neon is still stalking. Another jump in and a full 5-man wipe as Neon really turning the tides here in this game.
Came back just in time to witness the massacre, but you know, as I said, I played a lot of Meepo. This looks like it's all but over. Like, I don't know how this lineup is supposed to come back now. They're all magic, as we said. Timber, Dash, Meepo. Double BKB almost online. Triple BKB almost online, sorry. And yeah. What do you reckon they can do?
Yeah.
It's so hard from here on out. Like, they went all in and they couldn't really convert it all.
This is like a gotcha pick. We're happy. Alacrity, Meepo, you know, he's tend to be a player that can, you know, really shine on the tricky Meepo, but this game, Galaxy Racer just aren't seeming to play well around his big timings. They're gonna try smoke up. Let's see who they can catch. Yopaj, BKB is getting delivered. He's a bit too late on it, and they get the vision, the instant hex, and that could be into Roshan. This could definitely swing it potentially into a favor of Galaxy Racer. They need to get Roshan though.
Yeah, and they should be able to get it. Like, Meepo deals a ton of damage there. Is Prophet gonna... Wow, his Prophet has Mjolnir BKB though. Like, if they get any sort of... Oh, Meepo's half health already. He might be tipping into the Roche pit.
Wrath of Nature,
Where's the
then
Prophet?
vision. No, is
CTM, what's up, man?
they caught out here? Genuel. They found the Enchantress, just an easy freebie to bring down, so they do not try and steal the Aegis.
I'm disappointed there. If he TP'd in there with Mjolnir plus BKB, I think he would have actually shreked them. But okay, play conservatively, you're in the lead. Yeah, okay, why not? I give it to you.
You want them to throw this game? That one play?
It wouldn't be a no, that would have been a game-winning play. Like, he would have killed the Meepo, he would have gotten... Because Meepo was 5-second arrowed, right? I actually think he would have just killed him. Then you get the Aegis also because you're a CTM, you're God. And then they kill you, but Ember respawns while they kill you, and then you get a whole team wipe off that.
And now they could snowball this, kill after kill. Dia have a big timing right now with all their vision, which that ward's going to get revealed as soon as they ping it out. There's another one around the triangle, so this could be a bit of a window here where Galaxy Racer take top tier 1, take mid tier 1, and really start to suffocate Neon. And potentially with their next item timing, you know, we could see this game swing.
Yeah, the Meepo Aegis timing is very scary. It's just, usually if it's just Meepo scaling, it's not really that scary. But you can see how fast they kill towers with that Edict plus the Meepo chunking down on it. And Neon, they have to make absolutely sure that they play together as a unit. Like, their core targets cannot die before the fight starts. Like, even if the fight starts and the Ember gets like instant hexed, or even the Prophet, like, the fight will just completely go Dia's way. So they gotta be fast on the BKB. They gotta be ready.
Are you surprised at kind of the lowish impact that we're kind of seeing from the Timber this game? Because I thought it looked like a relatively good Timber game.
It did, but like, his early deaths really made the game hard for himself. Like, especially the death in the mid lane, and then the one where he walked away from the big camp as they smoked in. Because like, Timber saw, he thrives on momentum, right? Like, if you stop him a couple of times, it's just how the hero feels like.
Yeah, I hear that if you are able to use that momentum to the early game and mid game, you can just get to a stage where you're unkillable and just dishing out a stupid amount of damage that the enemy team until BKBs can't really deal with. But on Neon, they're going to try. Speaking about the Timber, he's jumped on, and with the Spirit Vest, Alacrity's going to jump the backline and the supports, but Mizu still, he's not falling just yet. Pipe, along with the Sun Ray, Mizu is back to a relatively decent amount of health to play with in the team fight. They can't kill the Supernova as well, as the Egg's going to pop, stunning up the Enchantress, but the tagging Alacrity here. Meepo still has to be cautious, but he's got the extra life. and Yokem with the blink in. He'll sacrifice his life, but it's so worth it with a double stun. As they find the DK Mirana, Enchantress will buy back, and they still haven't even used the Aegis yet.
Shovels and stones.
Yeah, another sloppy initiation from Neon. Like, the Timbersaw should have died there, but they stacked their stuns. Mirana arrow connected just as the Dragon Tail connected. And if he's stunned there for just a little while longer, he's just dead.
Middle tower is under
And they're
attack.
taking really good advantage
Radiant's middle
of all
tower
the
has
openings
fallen.
Neon is giving them right now. It
Dark
was a 6k
are
gold lead,
scanning.
what, just 2 minutes ago? Now it's back to even.
Yeah, and this is a similar thing in what we saw game 1. Like, honestly, where Galaxy Racer, you know, they were looking good. They threw away a couple kills, and Neon started to have a, 10 minutes, 12 minutes with an advantage. Then they lost a couple of big team fights, and then all of a sudden Galaxy Racer, after those 2 fights, 7,000 net worth lead, kind of disparison after that, and now they're the ones in the advantage here.
Yeah, and Meepo almost has his Hex now. Oof. That is
A tithe to the
very scary. Because of course we said the only thing saving you is the BKB. If you get hexed instantly by the Meepo.
They call it Phoenix. Very important here with that Sunray. This time, he won't have the Supernova. That was one of the big abilities for Galaxy Racer to be able to turn that fight, keeping Mizu alive and all that percent damage as well. They still want to stick around. Got the Hex. Gonna get revealed here on Alacrity. Oh, this damage just rips apart the Dragon Knight. And Ruse still able to get the BKB off, but where's the follow-up? Now you have to rely on the right click, or you can rely on a double Earth Spike. CTM's obliterated. The Finger of Death and the tips as well as Polo. He'll give a bit of props to Yokem's Lion as he's showing up big here in these past couple of team fights. Genuel, he'll be able to juke and jive thanks to the invis there. And a big kill on CTM.
Yeah, and they're looking a little bit confused here, Neon. As they're facing a potential 0-2 here by a Meepo. They were in firm control of the game, but the last 2 fights, they were just all Galaxy by Lion.
Poor Lion. It's a rough life when you're a squishy support like that.
Yeah.
Oh, who've they caught? Oh, it's a free Mirana kill. It's another squishy support. Alacrity. Oh, 7, 2, and 8 right now. Meatbone coming alive here with this Hex, an item that you were kind of asking for the Meatbone, and now that he's picked it up, we're really seeing them be able to take some solid fights. As Yopaj's gonna be careful. Hex is up pretty shortly. Alacrity stalking his prey. Who can he find though?
Scary. Aegis expired though, so it's a little bit scary. Oh, I want to see what talent he takes on 25. The additional clone or the health? Like, I would take the clone for sure, but I know a lot of people are not used to having the additional clone,
Yeah, a little bit too much micro.
Yeah, because you never got that Aghanim step that it actually gave you the additional clone, now you get it for free. But, like a lot of long-term Meepo players there, I got my 3 clones, I'm happy with that.
Oh, Mr. Meepo Spammer, what do you feel in this game?
It's always a clone. Sure,
Yeah.
375 is not, like, it's nothing to laugh at, but an entire
Radiant's bottom
clone
tower
that
is
deals
under
like 300
attack.
damage per hit is just,
Radiant structures
you know,
are
you have a net
fortified.
as well, extra
Radiant
nets.
are scanning.
It's too good. Too good.
He is setting up top. CTM's going to
Yeah.
be careful if they show in this next lane. They're even going to drop an Observer Ward as well, but I've got some backup just in case.
Yeah. The only scary part for the Meepo is if he fully commits
Radiant's
and
bottom
doesn't kill his
tower is
target,
under attack.
like, he is not very survivable. Because of course no BKB on him.
This is going to be tricky.
Oh, he didn't hex first.
And
threw out the net
Alacrity's going to
first.
be careful, actually. He's
What?
already committed the
Oh.
blink. Remember, he doesn't have the Aegis. They're just ripping apart the Meepo. Polo tries to dive on forward to protect him. They might have to just ditch the Phoenix here as they will. Actually, Yokem blinks in. BKB in your dream is going to run in the middle of the fight. They're trying to burst on CTM. The BKB is already expired here as CTM is taking the full brunt to the force. But in your dream's going to be careful of himself now. Greaves up, a little bit extra health, is able to dodge the arrow. They're going to buy back on the Meepo. CTM's going to buy back as well, but Mizu will rip him apart in the tree line. You've got to be careful as that Timber with the Whirling Death can do so much damage, but they're down the numbers advantage. Meepo, he didn't want to pull the trigger on the buyback, and it might cost him this fight. As they'll get at least a DK before he goes to the grave, but that's a full 5-man wipe. as Neon now able to take this tier 2 tower.
It makes you wonder if Meepo bought back there. I think would have been a team wipe, right? Like they were all super low, no BKBs at all, no mana really, and now they might be losing their tier 3 tower.
Like that just.
Careful, Phoenix.
I thought he was gonna buy back as well. There, you had tier 2, outpost to TP2. Like, you know, CTM just bought back. You kill him again, you can siege very fast. They
Yeah,
saw
he looked very
supernova.
flustered on Meepo. It was a botched initiation. Can I get anything here? I might be looking for the enchantments potentially, but
I don't. No, they
he
don't
is
have
very
damage now.
survivable. No. Like if he gets the instant hex on the Dragon Knight, they're actually gonna win that fight, I think, or at least start the fight with a numbers advantage. But he blinked in and threw the net first. Little bit uncharacteristic mistake because I know Alacrity, he loves to play as Meepo as well.
Yeah, I've seen Alacrity also thrive on the Meepo before. Is one of those Southeast Asian players. You've always got this pocket Meepo strat coming through at the 24th, and I've seen him take over games, but like you're saying, potentially a little bit flustered in that fight. Maybe just the call wasn't there for him to buy back, and we could have seen the prowess of it. He'll hold it. Maybe it's going to come handy in the next fight. We'll see. But Galaxy Racer, they're smoked up. It's going to get popped though. Shanks' positioning is on point. So still trying to stalk him out. They won't be able to find him before the leap. So that is a smoke completely wasted here from Dire.
Yep, and Roche is now back alive. Next Roche fight is probably just going to decide the game. Whoever takes that is going to take the game. Nature's Prophet, very smart pickup. A on disc. So he can't be getting bursted by hexes anymore. Will always get off his BKB. And they're setting up for a top fight. Or they caught Meepo again.
Be careful, jump in, Polo. Let's see if the Sunray is going to be enough to be able to keep the life. They even dropped the supernova on the backline. CTM stunned up, the Aeon Disc and the BKB now, but the rest of Galaxy Racer, they have to turn. The Egg finds a connection on all 5, and up with the buyback. This could be the fight for Galaxy Racer, the heavy commitment. CTM, he pulled back previously. He's down for 120 seconds now as In Your Dream will deal with Enryu. They've also got another catch. The Root, they need to lock him down perfectly, and Alacrity should be able to do so. Shivers, Remnant, Yopaj is trying to get back out. Alacrity blink up in a couple seconds. Root as well. Can he find it? He cannot. Woo, that's close. But Yopaj back to base. It's a costly fight though.
It's a costly fight, but it's an Aegis cheese on the Meepo. It's gonna, like this next Aegis we said might potentially decide the game. Because I don't think you have what it takes to kill the Meepo twice. Like you gotta expend your BKBs to kill him. And without BKBs, you're basically just food for him.
And who do you give the shot to now?
That's a good question. Last shot is always very strong, of course, so it's probably him.
Could you argue, I know they give it to In Your Dream, but could you argue the Phoenix? Because it does look like the Sunray has been very, very impactful to mitigate that burst from Neon.
He bought his own already, actually.
Okay, there you go. Never mind.
Yeah.
Marana?
Ooh,
Shanks
what?
isn't? Oh, we didn't leap on a high ground. He's got one more. 3 leaps is quite the mobility there. So a little bit of time wasted from Shanks. That's what he was going for.
Look at how fast they kill these towers. Like Meepo has always been such a strong tower killer. Yeah. And just wait until it's 25 and go like a little machine gun.
He still doesn't have Skadi as well. So all these stats just going to beef him up even more. Second tier 2 tower claimed. Do they want to think about going up higher ground? It's a scary prospect. Knowing that Alacrity did just buy back. Of course, he's got the Aegis advantage here. But CTM's up in 10 seconds, so with the Death Prophet dying for a long duration, they'll just get the Aegis along with 2 tier 2 towers.
Yeah, so there is this scary moment when Aegis runs out that he doesn't have buyback for 2 minutes. When Neon could potentially try to end the game. Oh, double bounty rune surprise. Thank you. But he's leaving one, feeling generous. Never mind.
They're smoked up. They probably should not head up to the Ancient Zone. Maybe. Uh-oh, you don't want to TP
right
there. Wait, where's he TPing to? When he stopped it, Polo.
Right next to the outpost, but it was like, oh, they're taking it. Oh. What is that shining on our outpost, guys? Well, he went for the health talent. See, I told you. Not comfortable. But if you get to level 30, you have no choice, my friend. So you better end the game before then.
You reckon he's actually telling the team, you know, guys, like, I'm a bit worried. Level 30, I might lose the game because of my micro. We've got to win by then.
Guys, relax. I don't think you actually have to take the talent anymore. Like, it's free. You know, you're free to
Radiant's
choose
bottom tower
What, at
is under
30?
whether you want
attack.
it or not. Yeah.
No, I'm pretty
What?
sure you get all of them at
Radiant's
30. You don't get to
bottom tower
choose.
has fallen.
It still auto skills it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that's...
Oh,
Alright.
that's how they lose this game. Actually, we've
15
beat the
minutes to go.
system. We've beat the CTM. If your cape gets vision, what? How
He has air this
crazy!
though.
Oh,
He has
they
air
need the
this.
chain lockdown. He can BKB, Aeon Disc as well. Oh, there was an extra help there from Galaxy Racer. Alacrity just a little bit too late, but I mean, they know that's BKB and Aeon Disc now, so this could give Galaxy Racer a window if they can catch a hero. Oh, uh-oh. They see CTM. Can he TP out another ward?
Dude, he's being so greedy with his TPs.
He just needs these tier 4 neutral items. What do you get? The Penta Edge, I think?
That sounds terrible. I guess Ember could use it.
So
But
you
he
got-
wants the CDR.
Yeah.
You know what the problem with Meepo is? There aren't many good neutral items for him.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of some of the tier 4s that you'd pick up.
I guess tier 4 the best would be like Illu Cape. That gives good stats. Maybe Ninja Gear. 24 Agi is pretty good.
Horn, 20 strength. You use the immunity on your main, of course.
Wait, do the clones get the...
They
No, they don't get the thing.
get the what? Immunity? Magic immunity?
No, they
the
don't
strength.
get the neutral item.
Oh, they, okay, yeah.
Yeah. So Illu Cape or Ninja's Gear, I guess. But then on tier 5 you have a pretty good one. Giant's Ring is amazing on him. As well as Apex.
Yeah, the stats, yeah.
I guess Mirror Shield is also decent. Or Fallen Sky.
That item is crazy.
Yeah, Fallen Sky is by far the best, tier 5.
Oh, that's a pretty decent item. Flicker. It's always nice to have. I mean, it definitely feels like when you've got a more harder win condition position one, it's nice to hold the flicker so you can just backpack the boots. But I don't know if we'll kind of see Furion play around that. He does still hold the flicker.
Radiant's courier
My
has
courier?
been killed.
What do we?
Now, what are they waiting for
yeah,
with
that's
this ages? The question.
Just gonna ask that because it doesn't feel like the. I mean, Neon are doing a very, very good job at splitting out the map, which does seem to be the issue right now from Galaxy.
Which is surprising because they have some of the best catchers in the game. With Meepo as well as Lion. How's our Lesh looking? Alright, he's pretty fun
Radiant
himself
are
now.
scanning.
Shiva's BKB.
He's closing in on the 25 as well. They're on the 25, so yeah, CTM picked up, of course, the remote teleportation. Already saw the Meepo with that health, but Radiant, they're going to look to smoke up. The lane's in a relatively decent position. You know, bot's pushed in. They're trying to do mid at the moment with the Fury on, so we'll see how he's able to connect with the team.
Shadows.
1 minute without buyback for the Meepo. If he was to die now, it would be a very good timing by Neon, but
Polo
doesn't look like he'll catch him.
Polo's also 17. He still hasn't hit 3 points in the ulti, so you know that extra 3 hits could be cost us, so 2 hits. Apologies to 10.
Yeah, 2 hits, yeah. It's always a big deal. It also stuns longer, deals more damage.
Visibility.
How's Meepo looking? He's going for another Skadi.
Stats on stats, baby.
Yeah. What neutral items did I get?
Meepo's holding the Van Brace at the moment. Wait,
So no
CTM
one's
mid's
taking
gotta
the
be
Penta.
careful. Still got Aeon and BKB. They're trying to force it out. They even pop the finger of death, but CTM is able to disengage, able to jump in.
Alacrity.
He's targeting down the Phoenix at the moment, but Alacrity, he's falling really low. He's able to move back to safety. Now with the Supernova, controlling up Radiant so they can't push on forward to deal with Alacrity, but the Maelstrom, Yopaj, hunts him down. The recognition that the Meepo is the priority here from Neon, but they're still going to look to buy back, continue on with the fight. As Mizuin in your dream, all this spell damage once the BKBs are expiring, but they haven't controlled up Yopaj. A massive amount of buybacks coming into the fray, but now they're controlling up CTM. A flicker, it's not enough. As they're laying the grounds of the split Earth, so Enryu can't retreat back to safety with the buyback. Yokam, it drops another round of the finger of death. Brought down the DK, what more can they catch? As in your dream, just shy of the split Earth.
Dire's
Alright.
middle tower is under
Meepo
attack.
does have a buyback now, but
Radiant's
so
middle
does
tower is under
the
attack.
Nature's Prophet.
Embers, heck stop. Damage a bit lacking, and as soon as they see the buyback on CTM, you just gotta get away. As Polo eats the arrow, but Yopaj is not gonna give them an opportunity to be able to do so. With his Aghanims completed, he's just causing so much chaos in these fights. And your Remnants left, right, and center. But a nice chain into the TPR allows Mizu to get back to safety, but they have to get to dealing with their lanes. As Top's pushed in, and In Your Dream instantly clearing that wave out.
But we saw Meepo in this late game scenario, he's not tanky at all.
Is under attack.
There's so much AoE damage coming out that all of his Meepos are just dying altogether.
Has fallen.
And it's Lashrock that's doing the heavy lifting right now.
Dire's middle tower is under
In Your
attack.
Dream, close to finding that catch there on CTM, but the nick of time TP out.
Yeah. Like they need to find the instant initiation on someone that doesn't have an Aeon Disc. Which is Emperor
Dire's
Spirit
middle tower has
or
fallen.
Dragon Knight.
See how difficult it is right now. I mean, they're trying time and time again. It's nice at least if you can get rid of the Aeon Disc and BKB early from the Furon, which is what they did in that last fight, but yeah, it was beautiful play. I mean, Enryu and Yopaj prioritized jumping the Phoenix and then also sticking on top of the Meepo as he was retreating away from the initial jump, and it was a great supernova. It just was not enough though.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I like what they did with the Prophet, like triggering the Aeon Disc straight away, but you can't hard commit. Like Meepo hard committed while they did that, and then you just got taken out. Like you trigger it, disengage, and then you have your next timing within like 100 seconds.
So there's potentially some miscommunication issues, just not communicating that they want to pop the Aeon and just dip out.
Potentially, but Alacrity should also know that he has Aeon Disc and that he can't hard commit in that situation. Oh my god, it's a
that is,
refresher orb.
yeah, that's
10
really
remnants.
scary. He's also
There's literally 3,000 AoE damage by himself.
oh no, he's hit 25 too. And Skadi just got completed on CTM. They are some beefy boys on Neon with these items.
Yeah, I actually think he just can solo kill a Meepo now, no problem.
And it's just, you're going to disrupt the backline. Jump the Phoenix, try and really mitigate how he can play around with the Sun Ray. Maybe force the Supernova at not the greatest timing. Jump the Lion. That's a lot of their control on Galaxy Racer. And also Burst as well if he drops a finger. So, you know, eyes on Yopaj on how he's able to play the fights. He could cause an immense amount of chaos.
Yeah, 100%. So, next Roshan, which is up right now. Once again, looking to be the boy that decides the game.
How even would you say this game is at the moment, percentage-wise? Because I've taken a look at the graph, and whew, it's pretty even. So what would you give it a call of?
Then
Gaben says it's even.
Yeah, Gaben says it's pretty even.
Okay, I do think that Radiant have the late game advantage. Like, I don't think... Well, actually, the problem is the DK is very poor. Timbersaw is rich. So, can that offset? Ah. Yeah, it's probably pretty even. I think I'm gonna stick with Gaben here.
Radiant? They've got to get in the pit. This is falling very fast. You take a look at the potential area control with the split earth. Roshan's about to fall. It's the third one of the game as well. Yopaj jumps in. What can he steal? And Ryu's going to try and follow up as well. See how all these remnants are going to come into play, but now with all the AoE, Split Earth's getting dropped along with the Supernova. Yopaj is such a menace! This remnant back and forth, jumping around. Galaxy Racer just can't control him. He'll try and TP out and he makes it. They pop the Aegis, they get the Lion Kill, and it doesn't cost them any lives.
The power of Refresher Ember.
He had an Arcane too. Oh no.
Oh, Refresher off cooldown even faster, huh?
Oh.
But yeah, he also had a timeless relic, so he just dealt like an absurd amount of magic damage. But yeah, Refresher Ember Spirit is my finest creation, 100%. There's really not a whole lot you can do at all. There was double Shivas as well, 10 remnants, couple of slides. You amplified it all because of the timeless relic, of course. That's what, an additional 15%. Meepo had no chance.
Is there any item, any way Galaxy Racer can offset Yopaj so far? Because I'm seeing what he's doing in these fights, and they haven't had an answer for him so far.
The only thing they can do is really jump him first. Before he pops that BKB, burst him down. Because he does not have a buyback. Because he's spending a lot of money on all these items, of course. If they manage to kill him, I don't think Neon has any chance of fighting anymore.
Yeah, that's the one thing they've got going for them potentially. Just jump him, Aeon Disc, chain control, be able to bring him down. I mean, Radiant don't have the saving capability, but this game continuing to head to the later stages. Even though Dire, they're down a full set of racks, they have this net worth advantage.
Who took the Aghanims? The Meepo.
See how that dig's able to come into play. You said it was
The
not the
numbers are a
greatest.
bit off.
Yeah.
Yeah, like digging is super difficult.
Would you just want to see the dig not take as long to channel?
I'm reading it again right now. So you channel for 0.75 and then you dig into the ground for 3.5 seconds. It is so confusing.
I mean, you can't use it while you're rooted, which is a big thing. So
Right, so he digs after 0.75 seconds, right?
yeah, it takes. Yeah, so it's a channel. You're channeling for 0.75, and then you're in the ground. I believe you can. I mean, you're the Meepo player. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure you can come out of the dig whenever you want. I think, is that how it works?
I don't think so, because then you would literally just be untargetable and invulnerable while you're out. That sounds broken.
Oh, I think you'd lose the invulnerability then. I don't know. Honestly, I'm talking out of my bum. I've got no idea. Jump in, Mirana.
I'm gonna demo mode it after.
Yeah, we'll find out. Well, potentially we'll even see if Alacrity can pull it out here. Well, pull off a pick off on Shanks. No buyback here on the Mirana. Don't think it's really going to cost them too much. As you see what Radiant are doing. They've got this kind of power control around their triangle. A great ward by the secret shop on the high ground, and another around the top rune as well. So this is definitely where they want to be playing.
Alright, I have a mission.
What's the mission?
You solo cast for a second.
You actually.
It's important information.
It's valuable information, I understand, but you know, Black, honestly, coming into it, one, you said you're a Meepo spammer. Two, you're the higher MMR player than I am by a long shot. It's not even close, and also the analysis. I can't expect you to have it. I'm a little bit disappointed.
Sorry, if you read that ability, I knew exactly how it works, but then I read it.
It confused you a little bit. That's the issue. It feels like.
Be careful! I don't abandon the game. Wait.
It does feel like some tooltips are very interestingly worded, and sometimes they don't even show some of the values and what it gives. Definitely. Is this a Wind Waker getting? Ooh, In Your Dreams gone for Wind Waker. Okay. Like that item.
Reconnection is happening.
Let's go.
The way it's worded is terrible. What actually happens is you dig for 0.75 seconds and then you're underground for 4 seconds. What,
3.5?
What does that 3.5 stand for?
No, you can only be in the ground for 3.5. Yeah, wait, what? So maybe you still invulnerable. Oh, Polo? Okay, well, by Phoenix. Gotta hope he's got a buyback right now.
Phoenix.
He's actually gonna drop the Supernova. That is... You're not gonna have it after the respawn. Maybe he's just hoping that they don't get anything out of it, but okay.
Happens, man. He's like, all right, I'm gonna do this. But yeah, like that 2-tilt needs to be reworked for sure.
Yeah,
It's so confusing. Like that's why I was checking it again, because I thought I knew how it works, and then I read it and I'm like, what? Why are there so many numbers?
For the hunt.
See,
But yeah, you can't act while you're underground. Like you can't come out prematurely.
see Galaxy Racer there. Still coming outside the base even though down a man. They do have this high ground ward again. We're seeing how much emphasis either teams have right now playing around these high ground wards and at least having some semblance of control on the map.
Yeah, I'm surprised at how far this game has slowed down.
We're getting these buybacks coming up pretty surely. The only hero that doesn't have it's Mirana, and she only needs 190 gold. So yeah, we're gonna have another couple of fights at least to end this game. I mean, CTM is getting slaughtered along with Alacrity, and you take a look at In Your Dreams even up there in the net worth. Yopaj just a little bit behind, but still with his items, he's been causing way too much destruction in these fights.
Yeah, like I just keep trying to think who's gonna be like stronger later. It's so weird. Cause like Timbersaw is supposed to fall off really badly, but he's very farmed, and Dragonite is not very farmed at all. He picked up a Nullifier now, but like if this game goes 60 minutes plus, I still favor Radiant by quite a bit. I think like Meepo just, you know, doesn't
He
deal
falls
a
off.
ton of damage anymore. I mean, he's gonna be very tanky. He's going to overwhelming Blink as well. He's gonna have like close to 5k health, but.
Is this because we were speaking about the overwhelming blink in the last game when we saw it to kind of help deal with the Phantom Lancer. Do we see this more often on the Meepo, or does he more often like the Swift Blink?
No, it's the only Blink you can really go for, because it benefits all the Meepos by giving it like 500 health. Very beneficial, whereas Swift Blink only gives you like, what, 25 agi? At that point it's not really that valuable. But 500 health is.
He's a beefy boy already at the moment, 4,300. He's also got that strength fan brace to play with.
Yeah.
Well, hang on. Black, you gotta keep in mind, we were speaking about this level 30, that it could be the demise of Galaxy Racer. I mean, Alacrity is 27 at about 2/3 at the moment, and with the rate of this game, he might get there.
Yeah, we also oftentimes see heroes that are close to 30 take all the tomes. He has been intelligently avoiding those tomes so far. He's like, no guys, no.
You take the tomes. I'm good.
Hey, sure you're close to 30, man. Nah, I'm good, don't worry, I'm gonna get it.
It's like the one time the support's like, yeah, no, it's okay, you can have it.
Yeah, me? No, I'm okay.
Well, we're seeing Nature's Prophet almost have this 30, so that extra HP and damage with the treants, could be very, very scary, because he's also got the Aghanim Shard as well. So, I mean, Lion doesn't deal with the split push, the Phoenix doesn't deal with the split push. So you do have to keep in mind that maybe Furon can really cause a lot of issues with these side lanes, just kind of sending out the treants, and it's going to force them to split up the map, which could definitely then give them an opportunity to take a team fight where they're down numbers on Galaxy Racer. Januel. Bit away from the team. At least Radiant have the outpost control. As you see In Your Dreams trying to capture it instantly just to prevent if a bigger fight breaks out here. So they have these buyback TP points. CTM. Gotta be careful, that Moonlight's gonna pop. If they jumped on the high ground, Enryu straight on top of the Phoenix. The Nullifier is there. Let's see if he can get the egg off. He can't. Now with the buyback available, it's gonna TP to the outpost, but Yopaj again going to work with the remnants. Mizu's gonna be careful. Spirit Vessel up is falling incredibly low as CTM is able to rail him down with the right clicks as Mizu will fall. Now it's all up to Alacrity though. A BKB pop. Can they protect the Supernova? I don't think they're gonna be able to. CTM, his attack speed is through the roof. They'll deal with the egg. More refreshes and Yopaj's remnant once again. The Ember, too much for them to deal with. Another remnant up to the northern side as they're targeting through CTM. All the pure damage once the BKBs are expiring. They're able to bring them down. They'll buy back on CTM. They'll buy back on Yopaj as well. But it's a costly fight as Galaxy Racer gets some big kills.
There was a lot of buybacks post-fight, basically. Like you should never buy back if the fight is already lost. And now they bought back on all cores except the Dragon Knight. That's a lot of win conditions for the Dire side. Wait, he didn't buy back on Lesh. No, he didn't. What about Timber? He did. And Meepo did as well, right?
Just DK and Lesh are the ones with buyback at the moment. Every other hero bought back in that fight.
Yeah, really, you just saw like Meepo is basically non-existent at this point, right? Like it's just you can't really play Dota anymore at this point. Like Dragon Knight alone, just the Black Dragon Breath slows you by like 60%. You can't move, can't deal damage.
I mean, it's worrisome as well when CTM's lone Furion handles the Phoenix Egg. I don't think they got any other right clicks as well. In your dream.
Oh, in your dream.
BKB's up in a couple seconds. That Wind Waker coming into play. In your dream, close. He also had the Minotaur Horn as well. This is big though if Dire can get it. You know, they've got all their cores available to take down Roshan, but Radiant can scout this out. These past couple of fights have all been Yopaj, but he's only got 3 remnants to play with. Maybe a cheeky steal with the BKB. Is CTM gonna work on the outskirts of the Roche Pit? They got the Hex. The Age is gonna get picked up from Alacrity, but still the Meepo falling really low with the magical damage as Yopaj remnant into the BKB, but he doesn't time it perfectly. It doesn't matter as Yopaj just gets away in the nick of time.
They had like a whole second there to stun him, but I don't think they checked the BKB duration. Oh, that was close.
So what did we get?
It's over.
What do we get out there? Alacrity has Ages. Who got everything? I'm trying to see. Lesh has got Refresher Shard. We missing an Aghanims too, right?
And a Cheese.
Cheese is on DK. And maybe Furion? He's got the Aghanim Scepter. And yeah, I mean, unless he's eaten it previously and I didn't see.
Yeah, looks like it. Looks like it is him.
Oh, in your dreams. Hex up Januel, but Enru, once again, his own rebuttal to the team fight. They're going to jump in. Yopaj needs to deal with the Lion, and he's able to do so to start the fight. But it is the BKB wasted here from the Ember. It's been so impactful in these team fights. They're going to leap in forward, but this time, Galaxy Racer, can they protect the egg? They cannot, and will get brought down. So Tihura is down. Neon, they've got the numbers advantage. You've got to keep in mind, a lot of buybacks have been forced out these previous fights. There's a Refresher's going to come into play now. It's Alacrity manning up on the higher ground here, but it's just getting burnt to a crisp as Yopaj's Ember, again, they're unable to deal with him. As soon as they get rid of the control on the Lion, Yopaj, he can jump back left, right, and center. The second life from Alacrity, jump in, straight on top of the Enchantress, bye-bye. No buyback available, a 3-on-3. All the cores from either side, taking head-to-head on the high gun of rating. Straight on top of the Dragon Knight, but the Dragon Knight, he doesn't have a buyback. He doesn't have BKB as well to protect him through that first life. Ember and CTM have to do it all themselves. They're just going to try and rat. CTM TPing down to the bottom side. He's going to be careful though. Can he TP out? He can. So he's forced back multiple heroes. And now Mizu and Alacrity, they've got to be cautious. Alacrity digs himself. See, this new Aghanims coming into play.
A little bit of an overreaction perhaps, because Meepo was already on his way to deal with it. If Lesh didn't TP back, they could have potentially taken another set of wrecks. But yeah, well played by CTM. Weathering the storm for now, at least making sure the game isn't over yet. Look at those 3 hits, 170 damage, 2,500 health. Look at the range wrecks. He's getting pummeled.
He's just doing whatever he can. Can they catch him? Oh my...
Kill the trees fast enough, they're too tanky.
Oh my lord.
Look at this. The trees are too tanky.
Oh, this is so stupid. Look at how much time they're wasting too. Like Mirana and Enchantress going to be up shortly. DK 50 seconds. They've just got to end it. I mean, Mizu, he needs the Aghanim shot. You need that flamethrower potentially. What can CTM do?
Meepo is a god at this.
Can push so incredibly fast. Yopaj again. Target locked straight on top of the Lion. But it's just trying to delay this. They've got another creep wave coming through, so they're not going to have to worry about the backdoor protection. They're just putting their bodies on the line to try and force them to hit the heroes instead of the objectives. But Galaxy Racer, it's all about the objectives. It's all about the throne. But can they do it? Supernova, Sunray, they're trying to heal up Alacrity. He's turning. They're going to be able to bring him down. Alacrity will fall. No buyback, but the split earth. Diabolic Eating. The chain lockdown is in half. What a game. What a game. What a series. What a performance as Galaxy Racer will take it 2-0, 58 minutes in.
Yeah, I did not expect them to take that game after missing their Meepo timing multiple times. But once again, showing their prowess. Like, what does it put them in now? 7-1, just dropping a single game. And that was against Army Genius. Okay. But yeah, now they're solidly sitting top 1. And yeah, they seem to be pretty unstoppable. Like, they always find ways to get back into the game. They find the little openings here and there. Maybe they don't play as decisively as they need to at some points, but their foundations are very solid. Like, it's a very strong team. And I believe we have Neon coming up again, right?
Yeah, we do
now
against
playing
Motivate.
against. Oh, Trust is a very strong team also.
Yeah,
It's going to be a good game.
I mean, what Motivate, they did get 2-0'd by Fnatic, but their rebuttal to that was able to take T1 in 2 games. So, yeah, they've definitely shown that they're able to take a top contender in a team. But, man, what an opening series to the night. In the end, Yopaj, 135,000 damage dealt on the Ember, but unfortunately, it was not enough. Galaxy Racer, an incredible performance from them. Objective-based gaming in the end, able to take the throne. And oh, that is, I cannot believe that is just our first series. Next up, Motivate up against Neon. The boys on Neon, they're going to need a little bit of a break before our second series, so it'll probably be about 15 minutes until that one. Go get some food, go get some drinks, some mate. We'll be back shortly with our second series.